Okay, hey, I gotta... I'm so... Oh, I'm excited to show you some shit. Oh, it's not even that good, but it's fun. Hang on, I gotta push some changes to the server. Hello, we're doing Freelancer. Hold on one sec. Nero, that's so fucking funny. I love rounds like that. I had a round where someone bought like 20 marksmen against me. It was so fucked up. Hang on, I'm just pushing some changes. Tweaked AC numbers. Buffed light AC. Mid AC heavily. I have just tweaked the numbers very quickly for the lesser used autocannons, but that's not the main thing I'm excited about today. Wow, hello. I made a new weapon. And I made it for, I've been planning to make it, but I made it this morning in a couple hours for Milo, who is going to come and join me today. I'm going to play some more Freelancer today. It's going to be a very Freelancer weekend, because I'm probably going to do another day later on in the weekend. Well, I am, because I've got a community stream for Freelancer to show the game off, as I was saying. So it's probably going to be like a very Freelancer weekend. I might fit in a bit of Bexy tomorrow. I think I got like a raid sponsorship as well tomorrow. So I got a bit to do. But hi, it's nice to see you all. I'm actually excited to show you this new weapon I made. Stole from Battletech, as I steal many of the weapons. So basically... Hey Britt, Britt Taylor, hope you're doing well. I am doing well, thank you. Hang on, I gotta remote in and bring the server up and down too, I just realized. Shit, hang on. So that Jeff can join me. Anybody else who wants to come join me as well on the server. People are most welcome to come join me. Milo, my co-conspirator, my good friend at this point. My co-developer on BMod. He was saying, yes, the new zeroing point tools help a lot. For accuracy, yes. You know, things feel better. But he did say, yeah, but sometimes those shields stay up and it's still frustrating. I've been talking about it so much recently, I was like, damn it. For Milo, I have to make a weapon that will deal with evasion easily. I've got to do it. I've been talking about making this gun, I've got to finally do it. It takes, right now it's going to take the auxiliary gun slot, it's going to take the place of the autocannon. Probably going to change that around in the future. Haven't given it an ID yet, as you know I learned this from Firefly yesterday, how I can just give it ID 1. My new gun! And I'll give you until I get contact over in Cheyenne to guess what I made, if anyone cares to guess. Gonna put that on number 2. It is a weapon that is designed to be not very efficient, but also very good at ignoring evasion. A Burt cannon. We've actually already got a Burt cannon. We've got the Rack 10 that I put in. Someone's a bit closer there. Just a medium laser. Ooh. Close. Oh, that's too fucking many. That's too fucking many of them. And... large laser, actually. I like it. Takes all the fucking energy out of my shit, but I like it. So yeah, I made an L laser today. The effect blinks out a bit too quick. I'm not the effects guy, Milo is, so I'm gonna get Milo to help me make it last longer. The visual, like, beam, to have it last longer, like Battletech beams do. But yeah, I put a laser in. It's quite temperamental. It's got like a 7-second refire cooldown, and if the gun doesn't go off... Oop, that didn't hit. You still don't, oh shit. Oh no, that's an enemy. Fuck, I hit an asteroid. Even if it doesn't go off, like if it's not aimed at the target properly, you still don't get to shoot it again until it's done cooling down. Like there. I tried to shoot it too quick. There's not really any feedback for that right now, but basically the turret on the front... The turret on the front turns slower than the others. It's a nose gun. And so you basically want to like give it a second before you shoot it. And it's part of the counterbalancing so that it's not like the everything gun. I presume this L just takes the AC slot. Right now it does, yes. In the future I kind of want to do like a Battletech approach to weapons balancing, where weapons take up a certain amount of weight in your cargo hull. And so you have like a bunch of hard points, but you're like balancing the weight of different weapons. That's actually completely possible right now. Like you can make each weapon take a different amount of weight, and you have like a total cargo space down here. It's totally possible right now to do that. The reason I haven't done it is... the reason I haven't done it yet is because there's one little wrinkle in this compared to Battletech, where it's your total space also includes your cargo space. So the only problem would be you would want to fill up your ship with like max tonnage of weapons like in Battletech, but then you'd be fucking yourself out of having any cargo space for loot, essentially. I don't really know how to accommodate for that, apart from like I think we might need a plug-in so that you have like a guaranteed amount of cargo space in your ship. And that can't be used for weapons, just so you don't completely fuck yourself and have like no space for loot. And stuff like that. Or it'd be nice to like separate them both, so then you can't also just like fill your ship's weapon bays with extra cargo and be like a fighter-sized freighter. But in general, greetings Darkstar. But in general, if you do that, you've basically got the Battletech triumvirate of weapon balancing, which I think is so interesting, as you know I guys love. You guys know I love Battletech. Where you've got basically your power bar is heat. Weapons are going to consume more or less power, and you can even invert the bar to like literally turn it into like a rising heat bar rather than a declining power bar. Missed. And then you're going to have hard points on that are different per vessel that take different types of weapons, and then you're going to have you know, tonnage basically for weapons. I don't know, I think it's really satisfying. It takes a shitload of heat of energy. I should just call it heat, it's what I always say. But I find it really satisfying. I've nerfed the power rate on, oh, that's why my missile doesn't shoot sometimes, I get it now. I've nerfed the power rate on medium fighters, or heavy fighters. Light fighters are already pretty slow, but on heavy fighters, because it was a bit too strong, I think. Nice CNC music, thank you. Because I'm trying to counterbalance this new weapon. I think it's good to have something that like just ignores evasion. It's better against shields than it is against hull. It does like 1,000. It does like 2,500 to hull. It does like 3,500 to shields. One thing that as a cardinal sin for me, and I never want to have in this mod, which Vanilla Freelancer has a lot, is this idea of like you can get into a fight where the fight is just like the enemy is so evasive where you just can't hit them due to ping or their agility or whatever of light fighters that you just like give up on the fight. You're just like, fuck this, I literally cannot hit you, this is so bad. That's got to be carefully balanced against in a game where it's a jet fighter, like evasion is also life. So I'm trying to like heavily counterbalance this new weapon by making it have a very long cooldown period and take a lot of energy. So like if I only use the L laser against, I mean this rookie has a worse shield, but even so, if I only use the laser against them, the refire rate should be so long on the L laser that their shield basically like, gets rid of the damage by the time you can fire it again, if you're only firing the L laser. And then the energy efficiency of the L laser is so bad, the heat efficiency. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. The energy efficiency of the L laser is so bad that you do not want to just use it as like your main damage source. You know, other guns are going to be way more efficient. But the idea being that when it, you know, it's not about the raw DPS or energy efficiency, but just you cannot fucking hit someone. You have an L laser in your loadout, you pop that out, you do a big chunk off their shield. Against light fighters, Against rookie light fighters, it'll just take the shield out in one hit. Against normal light fighter shields, it'll leave them with like a scrap of shield left, I think. Probably some really good alpha strike potential with VHFs and the double missiles. Correct, yes, and we're gonna do the Eagle as well. I need to check something, hang on one sec. What is my numbers? Where is my VS code? No, not this, hang on. My spreadsheet. Go to shields. What is the fighter shield? Player shields. 3570. 3470. 2470. 1000. 3470. Okay, so yeah, it should be I should have balanced it just right for the shields thing. Because I don't want to make them like one-shot light fighter shields, normal shields. I thought regular Lancer is tomorrow. It's tomorrow, the day after, depending on the time zone. I could actually double check which, but I'm just doing this anyway. Yeah. I'm working on it, getting ready for it. Yeah, but we're gonna be showing this off a regular Lancer as well. Though today isn't the regular Lancer stream. Okay, so take the Shredder AC out, the AC-20. Like I said, I buffed up the other autocannons too, but I just want to do the laser right now. So yeah, if we stick the L laser, which doesn't have an idea, but if we stick the L laser on the Eagle, the bigger fighter, the Eagle has a much bigger power plant, and you're gonna see that be a lot more useful here because we're able to spam this thing out. So if I take off, we're gonna go on the server in a second, but just doing this in single first. And then we're gonna stick that laser on Group 2, and I want to scroll down so I can see my countermeasures, by the way. Someone says, probably some really good alpha strike potential VHFs and the double missiles, and my really good, more like scary delete button. Yeah. Well, I want VHFs to be scary, for sure. Jeff said ready to fetch and pull the git. Jeff, you should be right as rain to fetch, pull the git, and head onto the server right now. They should already be pushed. You should see in the history, it should be like added or tweaked AC numbers should be the last thing. Let me flare anyway till I get some contact. I've got so many different like pieces of gear now, the zero pointing tools, that like now my window is like, I need to like zoom my window out. Give me some contacts to use this laser on. So yeah, we've got dual missile launchers on the Eagle here, the heavy fighter, or the very heavy fighter that's a lot less agile than the one we were just flying. And a much bigger power plant to handle the energy needs of the L laser more. So, you know, it should be pretty familiar to those of you following my Battletech campaign. It's like a light hasn't got the heat sinking to fire a lot of L lasers at once without needing to cool down. Same here with the, you know, the bigger ship here. This is more like a heavy, like a 75 tonner, 65 tonner, this ship. This is like, you know, a Marauder, Warhammer, and Orion. To compare to my, you know, my Jenner scale. Where this ship then should be able to fire the L laser. Should still wear down the reserves over time, with other weapons fire going at the same time. But on its own, should be able to fire this thing all day, if I can get some contact. I think today, I want to focus on balancing up these other places too. Probably do a little bit more flying around with Jeff, and then later on and then probably like a bit of balancing after that. Later on in like an hour or two, Milo's going to show up, my co-conspirator. And I'm excited to show off the L laser to Milo because Milo was the one motivating me to get it done today instead of in 2 weeks from now. Because poor Milo was just like, I fucking hate it when they get away from me and their shield keeps regenning. So no longer. So yeah, probably do a little bit of flying around with Jeff, if Jeff, you're down. Anybody else on the testing branch who wants to play. Do a little bit of work in between and then do some, like, more co-op with Milo. Fuck you. So you can see how if you don't follow up on that laser, you don't really get anything out of it. But if you follow up on it, it provides that big boost. At the cost of a lot of your energy. Double missiles. Finish him off. Missed. So the heavy fighter gets, or the very heavy fighter gets even very heavier now. Now that it can really leverage that power plant advantage even harder. I like firing it. I think it's fun to shoot. That's a fierce laser sound. It's from like MechWarrior 4. The advantage of being a mod, compared to like making your own like for sale game from scratch that you're putting on Steam, you can kind of just like rip sounds a bit when you're modding. But yeah, this is just like MechWarrior, which is why it sounds so good. I mean, what else could you choose, right? Like, I'm basically just lifting a lot of the weapons from BattleTech. Again, the fun of doing a mod rather than doing like its own game. I'm super like, inspiration is a generous word. I'm lifting a lot of weapons right now, straight up. Even if they like behave a little bit differently. But definitely the concepts of them. You know, I want to do PPCs and stuff for sure. But yeah, that's the new laser. I just made this weapon, so I'm still working on tuning the volume. I'm not sure if like I probably want to like bring the sound down a little bit. I think it might be a little grating on the ears. But I do want it to be loud and fearsome, just not like annoying, so it's a work in progress as I tune that sound in. There's a little like, it's a little unpleasant, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if before we use it a bunch, if I can like tone it down a tad. I would go into... Let's tone it down a tad, because like it's nearly good, I think, but it's like right on the edge, where it's like that bit unpleasant, I think. Like it's a bit too grating to hear over multiple firings. So let's turn it down a bit while I'm, before we get into shit. Because I'm probably going to take this thing out and give it a good go. Where are sounds? There it is, sounds, I. So I think attenuation is what handles this. So I think if I turn this down to -5 and then hop back in, it should... We can see if it sounds a bit, like, nicer. How about this? Let's see. I think that's getting better. I think that's a much more pleasant volume. Maybe even too quiet. Or maybe it's just right on the edge. What do you think, Jeff? Do you think that sounds much nicer? Without being too quiet? What do you think, chat? You reckon it's too quiet now, Gravitas? I don't know. I might turn off the turn rate thing for today just because it's annoying. The thing where the gun hasn't got on the target yet, so they... Because until we have, like, audio feedback for that... Oh, that was energy, actually. I don't have enough energy. I'm gonna hit heavy fighter again. You went above by the previous volume. Let's, like, change it slightly again. You can always turn your game sound, of course, too, but I want to get it to, like, a volume where you don't have to do that. Like, everything should be good together. So we'll change it from attenuation 5 to attenuation 3, give it a go. And then I'm gonna go to weapon equip for it. Go right down the bottom. Sound balance is the important thing. That's right, because all the soundscapes are in the same sounds. Well, all the sounds are in the same soundscape. So let's put the turn rate up to like 180, and then load it up and. Give it another listen to the sounds. Turn the music off for a sec, just so we can really hear it. Nice and quiet.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Planet Denver. Planetary docking cleared. Good luck out there.
Maybe 5 was the right number. Maybe this is a nice compromise. Like, compare it to other noises, right? That's like normal volume. It's like right on the edge, I reckon. Like, come down one more attenuation again. So rather than 3, have it on -4, and that's maybe going to be just right. Otherwise, 5, I think, was the way to go. Yeah, as Incredon says, sound engineers are unsung heroes. Absolutely. Like, you'd be surprised, I think, when you get into it. Because I do a lot of it with, like, balancing videos when I do videos. You'd be surprised how much, like, a tiny bit of volume difference, I think, can really be the difference between, like, okay, that's good and unnoticeable to, like, the user, no one's gonna think about it, to, oh, that's just wrong. Jeff's just struggling to get into the server. Well, hang on, I'm probably about to change it again. I think that's, like, about the right sound in combination of everything else. Still really loud, but it no longer hurts my ears. I think that's just right. We'll leave it at that for now. Okay, so speaking of the server, I'll put my music back on. I'm gonna have to take the server down again to push these latest changes. So Jeff, grab these latest changes to the sound. In a second. Pushed origin. Now I'm going to remote onto the server, restart it, and then you and I are going to try to get onto it together. And we'll see. Okay, server is restarting now, Jeff, and it should be grabbing the latest push. So once you've pulled, I'm going to try to get on now, and I'll see you on there. I'm going to try out the new autocannons too. Because I've almost, I think, doubled the DPS of the light and medium autocannons, and given them more range and velocity. So we're going to see how good they are today. We're going to see if we like them. Okay, let's go on our server. A bit of my pasta too. I got some pasta breakfast. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on. Now, what to do? I want to try the new laser first. That's for sure. Where am I? I mustn't be on Denver. Where the F am I? I must be on Pueblo. Yeah, that's right. We logged off on Pueblo, I forgot.
To Freelancer Gold 2-19. I'm commencing a scan on your cargo bay for contraband. You're all clear. Nothing unusual.
Let's head back to planet Denver and buy one of these new weapons. And then we'll come back to Silverton or Cheyenne and give them a go in a multiplayer environment. Because that's where it all counts now, of course. The big thing about trying to run the L laser on the medium fighter, or the heavy fighter here, it's going to be tough. Because, of the weapons I use here, the Winchesters, they're already one of the least energy efficient weapons I can pick as a loadout. And you can see now that I've nerfed the power plant regen rate by 200. It was 1150, now it's 950 energy a second. My energy goes back up that much slower, which means it's fighting against the energy drain of the Winchesters that much more. So I'm starting to finally see, you know, we're trying to tweak the engine, the power plant balancing so that the heat actually matters, you know. I'm running like a really heat inefficient set of blasters here. Now the autocannon is good for that, because SRMs and autocannons, they don't really drain much energy at all for their use, most of them anyway. They're pretty efficient on energy. So it's a good combo, having energy inefficient blasters, but then energy efficient autocannons for the hull once you get the shield down. Good combo, right? So the problem is then going to be when we switch that up, when we get rid of the autocannon, and we instead put in this L laser and we try to use it. Well, you know, all well and good, except now you've got very energy inefficient loadout overall, right? That's going to be the difference. So I don't think it's going to be like a great loadout in general. And it might even motivate me to finally use different guns than the Winchesters for my primaries, like use some faster firing guns that are more energy efficient. Because rapid firing guns get a lot of bonuses to be better than slower firing ones, because slower firing ones are safer to use. So they get stuff like... I mean, we can compare it. It might not be enough still, but we're still tuning them. So for example, a Winchester here is... Well, why even show you here? I'll go to my spreadsheet. Here's the spreadsheet, right? Let's go to the weapons. So if you go over here to player's basic weapons, you can see here's the Winchesters, right? And their damage per shot is good, but because of their slow fire rate, their DPS is actually surprisingly worse than you might realize compared to other guns. Here's these Justices that only do 124 damage per shot, but they fire almost, more than 8 times a second, right? So overall, they're actually doing way more damage than the Winchesters, which do less than average. 800 DPS is about average for a blaster. The civilian flashpoint here at 4 shots a second is the average to base off of. For someone says which energy weapons have the best damage per energy. I don't think I literally have a damage per energy ratio in my chart here, though one could probably be created. But you can kind of see just comparing DPS to EPS, which is energy per second of firing. The faster firing guns should have the best, because they get faster firing guns because they have the weakness of having to have more time on target, which is both less safe for you as a pilot, you can't dodge as much, and it's also just harder. To have a longer window and keep your shots on target sometimes. Though it is easier to get a little bit of damage rather than hit or missing a huge volley. But in general, they get a lot of benefits, so they're discounted quite heavily on their energy per second, in most cases. Some weapon lines, like the Liberty Navy line here, the Justice here, the Liberty Navy line takes more power overall, so it's still doing the same as the flashpoints. But in general, like if you compare the Starbeam here to the civilian one, it's 40 less energy per second than the flashpoint that it fires twice as fast as. Only 19 energy per shot. They don't really get any bonuses for range or velocity at the moment. I'm keeping that pretty similar. But just overall, like higher damage and less energy per shot. So if you're having a hard time putting out damage because your power plant is straining with whatever you're doing, going for faster firing guns will help. And you don't have to go all the way to 8 shots a second or whatever. Even going just up from 1 to 1.5 or 1.5 to 2 or to 4 or 2 is going to get you more energy efficiency. Probably not enough yet. And the bounty hunter weapons in particular are very energy inefficient. That's one of their traits over here. I kind of balance different faction gun lines to have their own sort of flavor. Bounty hunter guns have extra range. They're quite long range. You can see the shot can go for 1,000 here before it expires. But they're very energy inefficient. They also tend to be like slower firing guns that the bounty hunters use. When I was first designing them, the idea was that bounty hunters are often solo pilots off chasing down and fighting multiple criminals at once, trying to track their bounty across the universe. So they're going to want that kind of solo v many approach, where you have those slow firing guns that you can duck and weave with. And then in the opposite, you have like the Liberty Navy here, they're designed to work in a team, so they're going to rely more on these like rapid firing guns as well. Is this a weekend of Freelancer? Kind of is, Steve, yeah. Kind of probably going to end up that way. So for my money, what I probably want to do is try out a loadout of Justices. Like 4 Justices instead of 4 Winchesters. My overall range will be lower. But if I want to combo this with the L-Laser, probably Justices and L-Lasers will work better than Winchesters, because they'll be much more energy efficient. I can also go for Starbeams, which are the most energy efficient option here, because unlike the Liberty Navy version of the rapid firing guns, they're more energy efficient. That's just as a quirk. So yeah, we could go for the Starbeams here, which is only 160 energy per second per gun. But the DPS is still really high. You're only losing a little bit of DPS. I think you lose like a tiny bit of velocity. The Justices have a little bit more velocity. But overall, they're still going to be really good. So I'd say try out the Starbeams or the Justices. Probably start with the Justices and then go to Starbeams. If we find energy isn't a concern at all, we can go up to like try out a Lava Blade, firing 4 times a second for a bit less energy efficiency. Stuff like that. Lava Blade 4-4. These are actually probably better than they should be. Oh well. What's the advantage of a flashpoint over these, if anything? Damage, velocity. Oh, why is there Why is this listed as so low? Oh, that's I'm looking at Lava Blade minus. Fuck. Okay, that's why it's more energy efficient. Right, it's energy efficiency. That's Lava Blade minus, which is the rookie Navy pilots use these. They're just a worse version of the Lava Blade. I confused myself. Teehee. I need to add, like, brackets around these, like we have in game now, so that I can, like, not miss the fact that these are degraded versions. Yeah, that's better. We'll add that down here as well. Because we also, the Xenos also have these for their better and worse variants, as I've been explaining to you guys now, is a thing. Up. And add that down here, because it's just a bit hard to see sometimes. There you go. Now you're not going to miss it. Now it looks like a Canadian flag. So yeah, let's try out some other guns, I think. So I'm gonna just... Oh, if you sell them, you don't get much money back. We need to get the storage working. But for now, I'll just, like... I've got so much money, I'll just sell them. I'm gonna go to a rapid firing loadout. We're gonna see how it goes. So I want to start with the Justices. This is very different for me. Usually I'm using the dodge and weave guns. But that is because we're gonna get rid of the heavy AC. Sell the shells for that. Fill up on my ammo while I'm here. I'm gonna try out the L laser as well. So this will be a different kind of loadout. Let's go give it a go. More machine gunning of our lasers now. Let me invite Jeff to my party. So yeah, overall you can see that our energy pool is lasting a lot longer this way, so we'll be able to go like, BAM! And then really make some good use of it, hopefully. I mean, I'm ready when Jeff is. I'll fly out myself, maybe. Go check out Silverton and see if I can handle anything on my own.
Navy,
Jeff, there you are.
17 to Navy, Epsilon 10-13. I have orders to scan your hold.
Hello.
Well, you're clear. I didn't find anything.
Alright, Jeff. I'm headed to Silverton. Feel free to join me. We did pretty good at Cheyenne yesterday, and we were getting the hang of Silverton, I think. Let's give it some more goes. I'm gonna Alt-Tab and change up my soundtrack. Sorry, I'm probably crashing into shit right now. So yeah, I want to test this laser out, and then I want to test out the other autocannons too and see what they're like. What's Jeff ready on the loadout? Trying out the new laser as well, of course. If we both put these lasers into the same target, even though the overall efficiency is low, the single target burst is high. But Jeff's got the same loadout I do, so we're both trying the same thing out here. Efficient rapid-fire blasters, and a big laser surprise. Tally-ho! Opening up a fight with it is very powerful for that reason. I probably shouldn't shoot it twice in a row like that. Now I haven't got any energy left for my guns. But we got a bit of damage there. As you can see with the heavy fighter, we really only want to use the laser when we're missing a lot, when we absolutely need to, you know? Or when we've got like a surplus of energy, like now. Fuck, I missed. And then if you miss, you're really gonna feel it. Fuck, I'm taking a lot of fire. Oh shit! I'm getting ruined, holy fuck. I'm not as good at this loadout. I think I got all three on me, maybe. Nice hit. But we gotta follow up on it, or it's useless. Destroyed. You're really gonna commit to your targets more of this loadout, but when you get the big hit, it's very satisfying. And if you can follow up immediately on the laser, it's very powerful. Nice stuff. It's definitely effective, and I almost want to say that it's actually decently balanced with how much energy it consumes, at least on the heavy fighter. It's not a weapon I wanted to use the whole time there. I only wanted to use it, well, one, to show it off, but also two, in moments where I had built up an energy surplus. When I just had been dodging for too long, you know? And like my bar is full, and it's like, alright, let's blow that laser off, you know? Only once though, I think twice is too much. Oh, such a good alpha though. Because of its range as well, you can do it on the way in of a joust. Really effective. I missed that one. I love hearing Jeffs go off too in the distance. Oh, I gotta dodge. That one will be finished off by surely. Oh, a nice missile. I gotta dodge. Ah, ah, ah! Evasive, so missed. You've got to still hit the target is the thing of this laser. It's perfectly accurate, but I'm not. Let's build up our energy again. Try to pick a right moment. Oh, they're pointed. Good. We got Navy in the area as well. I think I was on the edge of my range. For whatever reason, didn't hit. Dodging. Oh, Jeff's in trouble. Coming, Jeff. I see the one on you. I'm coming. Coming straight for ya. Nice. I can cover Jeff better with a weapon like this because... Oh, wow, Jeff's so fucked. Holy fuck! Is anyone on Jeff? No. Jeff, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go to Pueblo and repair you. You got fucked up. That'll take too long to repair mine. Damn, you must have got missiled or some shit. So far, I like it. You still have to be accurate with your own clicking. It's like, you know, most FPS games, a lot of FPS games are literally hit scan, like Counter-Strike, but you still wouldn't say that there's like any auto-aim guns in that. It's the same thing here. Like, the L laser is incredibly powerful for hitting these enemies who are usually just that bit too hard to hit even when you're clicking the crosshair right, like even when you're accurate, because just the travel time. But, you know, you can still miss, and when you miss here, it's very punishing your energy reserve. So far, I actually really like the balance of it. I'm surprised. I kind of thought it'd be like a disgustingly OP right away. It would take a lot of work to get into shape, but so far I like it actually. It feels like it's balanced with the energy usage. On this fighter, at least. I think it'd be nice, like Battletech, if we could end up making things you could put into hard points that are like energy boosters, kind of like heat sinks. Where you could go like, alright, on my heavy fighter, I'm gonna like run one less justice, but I'll have like an energy booster instead, right? A heat sink. Because I want to use my L laser more, stuff like that. I'm gonna dock too and repair as well.
Please stand by. We're full at the moment. You will be clear to
I'd say that'd be a good part of when you do like the weight-based balancing of weapons, if we end up doing that. when you have more hard points and you know what to do with.
Epsilon 10-13.
I want to make some medium versions of this laser too. I want to make some green M lasers that have less range and less damage, but faster refire rate and less energy usage. More like, you know, pursuit lasers, kind of thing like even a smaller fighter could use. Probably make some S lasers as well that a light fighter can use at, like, you know, really close range, like 300, 400 probably. Alright, that's baller.
Repair complete.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna... What can I buy here? Anything? I can buy flashpoints, which are refire 4 for a bit more energy. I might try flashpoints next, which are a civilian 4 shots a second gun. I'm gonna give them a go.
Navy Epsilon 10-13. This is Pueblo. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there.
Like that. Big Stream, what's up, Socks? 2 vet bounties? Nice, Jeff. I got a few to sell as well. I should do that.
Check. Please stand by. We're full at the moment. You will be cleared to proceed when it's free. Good journey.
That's alright, fuck it, we'll be back. Let's go, Jeff. Let's go hit some more of them up. I'm gonna leave the waypoint on Pueblo Station, Jeff. So that if you get in trouble, because you should get that too because you're in the same group, if you get in trouble, you should just be able to, like, click that pink waypoint, just fly for the pink diamond, and you'll know that's, like, our safety base around here. Tally 3. What? Oh, I'm cruising. I tried to shoot my guns, but I was cruising. Get that. Use that energy. Don't want to miss my shots, because energy matters a lot more now when I'm just, like, flailing shots like that. Don't want to do it. Now that their shield's back up, I'm probably just going to give them a second. Wait till my energy's back, and then go... burn him down again. JJ says, kind of bummed out, so I'm going a bit early. Have a good stream, Biggs. I'm sorry. Hope you're right, JJ. I think the laser could probably still do it coming down like a tad quieter. Having used it longer. Probably like -2 more off the attenuation. Thanks for coming, JJR. Hope you feel better soon. A bit of NDAs. I understand. No worries. Well, have a good one. Sucks more not being able to talk about it, but have a good one. Have your best one that you can. Oh, I've left Chef behind. It's interesting, because this weapon's starting to get into the range of, like, longer range weaponry now, as I said I wanted to make. As well, this thing goes up to 1500. Let's love your women, signing out. See you, JDR, have a good one. Tally left. Ooh, lots. I'm gonna go for the Hawk, the light fighter, with the laser first. Get the fuck out of here. Get Alfred Locust, basically. Poor little rookie Xenos. Never knew I hit him. It's interesting because even just having the L laser as this big consumer of energy just makes me want to, like, place my shots more carefully that much more. Make way for laser sound. What's up, Obsidian? You bet. Like, it's put so much value in my mind on energy. Just knowing that, like, every missed shot is longer time until I can use my L laser efficiently again. Oh, damn, Eagle, I love you. Yeah. Welcome. We're having a good time today with the, the new L laser. Or I am, anyway. My new baby for the day. Good stuff. Let's carry on. I think it's always interesting. It's one of the reasons I feel really passionately like a love and enjoyment for design and balancing. It's why I love doing it with XCOM 2 and OVA. It's why I fucking love making this mod. Well, one of the reasons I love making this mod is one change can have so many effects that you wouldn't think of. Like, I make this laser, and the purpose of this laser, apart from the fact that I like Battletech weapons, so why not? But, like, the main purpose of the design of the laser is it's a weapon being introduced to be a very costly and inefficient, but effective way to handle at targets you just can't hit. And that was the intended effect, but then what I didn't think about, but is working out really well, is the way that just having a weapon like this now as an option in my loadout completely changes the way I think about combat. Because before it's just like spam my shots whenever I could get them, but now with this, plus also with the lower regen rate on my power plant, it's like much more of a resource management game for me. It's much more like, oh, I don't want to shoot here because I've probably only got like a 30% chance I'm even going to make my shots land here. I want to just save that energy for another laser burst. Or, you know, I'm going to just dodge for like 7 seconds, fill my energy bar back up, reset the fight to neutral, then come in on you, blow you up with the laser with half my energy, spam my guns into you on the way past, take your shield down in one pass, and put a missile into you. Or turn back around on you then and hit you again, you know? And that changes on context. Like, if I'm fighting an enemy that I literally just can't hit, then instead it's going to be like, alright, I'm just going to stop trying to shoot, I'm just going to wait, tail them, alright, laser, bam, fuck you. And, like, lean towards different weapons in my loadout more. It's interesting. I really like it. Like, it changes the game a lot. And it also makes me want to fly a heavy fighter more. I mean, a very heavy fighter. It also makes me want to go, okay, here's a reason I would really want to fly a very heavy fighter now instead of a heavy fighter all the time. Because the bigger power plant, I can shoot these guns out way harder. Oh man, should make it so you can use 2 L lasers at once in the very heavies. And that's so fucked up. You can't do that. That's so fucked up. Oh man, that'd be so fucked up. Firing 2 of these things at once. You would just, like, delete lights. You'd, like, drop a shield. It would, like, consume your entire energy bar, but you would, like, drop a shield. Double rack for Bert, yeah. Telly left. Missed. It's much more punishing now, too, when you get that thing that happens in the asteroid fields, where you, like, hit an asteroid, hit a little bit of space dust instead. Because then you waste all of that energy and that cooldown. I think that what I would like, ideally, to balance these lasers... Oh, lots of contacts, look out. Watch out, Jeff, there's a lot. Destroyed. I think what I would like is if they had a bit of burn time to them. You know how when you play MechWarrior, like, it's not just like 1 point of damage, it's like... Actually, you have to hold a laser on target for about a second while it does damage over time quickly. I think that'd be the ideal way to balance them here too, where it's not that they're... Okay, they ignore evasion, but they require a lot of accuracy from you, because you've got to keep your aim on them to, like, get the full damage. Dodge, Jeff, dodge, you got a lot on you, I'm gonna try to clear them. We got Navy assisting us, Jeff. I gotta make some distance. I wanna see who's on Jeff. This one still. Wait for a shot. There it is. Gonna burn that shield down here. It's not as effective against Hull either. It's mainly for blowing down these evasive shields. Which I think of a weapon this accurate is a good thing. I think you want it to be mainly for, like... Because the thing about evasion is you can often, like, with any target, like, hit them once or twice. But if you're not hitting them consistently enough, you can't get through the shield regen. So having a weapon that's designed to deal with evasive targets, it makes sense that it should be a weapon that's mainly being used against shields, unlike the autocannons, which are mainly against hull. The only difficulty is balancing that with the thing I was saying yesterday of, like, we don't really want to have, like, a lot of special weapons that make you super vulnerable while your shield's up. You know, we don't want it to be like, oh, your shield's up and suddenly you're dead. So that's why it's probably really good, I think, to have the hull damage still be pretty low on this weapon. We can still get little chips when we want it there, like that. I don't know, what do you guys think so far? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Thoughts?
I'm bugging out. I'm badly damaged.
Just gonna get energy here.
I'm wearing down. This bandit is almost done.
Destroyed. Low enough to just finish off there.
Homing in on bandit.
They're trying to run. Destroyed. Good for killing runners. They're all trying to flee, that's cool.
I'm taking on Navy. Epsilon 10.
Yeah, I think it's definitely still that bit too loud. Could do it coming down a bit more. But that's easy to do, just one number.
I've got one trying to get away.
Destroyed.
No bandits in sight.
You're using it, Jeff. Here, I'm going to repair Jeff. You want some repairs? Or, well, actually, it's kind of hard to do with each other, but I'm going to do some repairs. What do you think of it so far, Jeff? P1 says, so far it looks fun. Also, another reason I never ever think of jousting a VHF. Right. Yeah, another way to make the VHFs, like, bristle with firepower in that really threatening way. The Green Alarm's certainly fun, yeah. Next time I take the server down and up, we'll try and make it a little bit quieter again. I'll do a little bit more fighting. I'm gonna fly to Denver, actually, because then before I log off, I want to try the other autocannons too. I'm gonna go try the AC2 and the AC5, the light and the medium ACs. So you can stay here and come with me, I'll be right back, Jeff. I'm gonna go do a weapon swap. I like it, I really like how it come out. The only other thing is I want the laser to last longer as a visual. But it doesn't look too bad, honestly, like that. Did you ever play the Iron Cross mod for Freelancer? I never did. I've heard of it, but I never did. I'm ignoring that solo. Man, I want to put these weapons on the frigate now. I want to just give the frigate, like, 4 of these. I could literally do that really quick, too. I could just, like... That frigate hasn't got any proper guns yet, but I want to give them, like, arrays. Like, they have a turret that's just, like, 2 large lasers, like, in one turret. Might be a bit much for a frigate-sized ship. They changed other stuff to make it easier to balance. And the forces with no trade lanes. This is a car. Yeah. So we are doing a similar thing. We have trade lanes, but we only have, right now, one system we're working on, Colorado. And everybody is going to be in this one system until we start adding more. And then we're going to add one at a time. We're going to add as we go. But yeah, that's how we do it too. We've lowered the amount of shit a lot, just to focus on it being good.
Repair complete.
Okay, so let's sell. That thing is awesome, but let's sell that for now. I'm gonna try the other autocannons now. So I'm gonna try the light autocannon, which will probably pair well with Winchesters again, or something in the middle. Scar says it was really hard to get anywhere without having friends to cover your back. I had some great times of it. I hope you can bring some of the magic back with this. I hope so too, because that sounds very similar to what we want to do, which is we're going to be a very strong PvE experience first, solo or otherwise, and then be really fun for co-op and PvP as well. So that's absolutely what I want to do. And also, like, having a lot of fun loot progression to get, like, finding fun shit like this. You know, in the end, I don't know if, like, you'll actually be able to buy these large lasers from the shop in the actual balance, or if it'll be, like, they're things you find out in the wild. Probably with, like, normal lasers, we'll probably let them be things you buy, but maybe you have to, like, get your rep up with a Jira a bit or something. But maybe just something that makes them, like, that tiny bit more exotic. Finding radar only, that kind of thing, yeah, so on. Like, that's a big idea that I want to do with this mod, is I very much want to make it like a looter kind of shooter, an extraction looter, where, you know, you go out into the wildlands, you find some cool loot, and then, oh shit, I fucking want to equip this laser, let's get back to base with it. Because if you die with shit equipped, you don't lose it, but if you die with shit in your cargo hold, it goes away. So if you've got like a really good gun that you just found, like off someone or something, and you haven't got it equipped and you get blown up, bad fucking news, you're about to have heartbreak. So it has like that kind of, yeah, that Tarkov extraction shooter vibe to it then. Of like, and that's where the PvP element obviously can come in too, where it's like finding the good loot, getting it back home, equipping it, progressing, iterating as you increase your loadouts. So yeah, light AC, faster firing, lower damage, but it's been buffed now, so we're gonna see how it goes.
Loaded into cargo hold.
I want to make some really rare shit too, that like, with Freelancer I think one of the things that I always loved about it the most is how much it really feels like discovering stuff is just so exciting, like exploring is so exciting in Freelancer. I want to really emphasize that with what we're doing here, by making it a thing where like there's these really out there, wild systems, like no trade lanes, far off the beaten path, and then like you can just find like this really cool, super rare shit that no one else has. Like, you know, in a server where there's only like, you know, 10 to 20 players, you know, peaking, for example, you could just be the only person who has, like, a plus variant L laser, for example, that, like, uses less energy, or does more damage, or has more range, right? You could be the only person, you know, for weeks that has found an SRM that shoots, like, 5 missiles at once, right? Like that, like a swarm SRM, like a streak. Or an ultra autocannon that consumes way more power, but, like, doubles the fire rate, you know what I mean? Or a shield that's like way better, or like really like different, like quirky, like not just an upgrade, but like, okay, this shield has way less capacity, but it has way higher regen. So you can't get hit much, or it'll go down quickly, but it's really good for evasive people who don't get hit that often, but get, you know, consistently hit, but intermittently, because you're just like keeping that balancing act going, you know what I mean? Sakar says tracking down the Corsair home base and learning what happened to the Hispania was way cooler than the Nomad story stuff. I loved exploration. Fuck yeah, exactly. Like, the world of Freelancer is so fucking interesting to explore just in vanilla. And I think we can do even more of that. And then we can tie gameplay systems to it to make it not just a fun smell of the roses, but also, like, marry those things together. So not only are you, like, rewarded and encouraged and signposted out to go and do this kind of exploring of the world that's interesting, but also you're getting like gameplay dopamine hit reward, number go up progression for it as well. Like, one thing I want to do, and maybe I probably won't have time to do it today, but what I want to do is there's going to be Xenos transport convoys that are going between these jump holes and going to their base back and forth. And they're going to be heavily defended, but then they're going to have good loot inside them, basically. So you can go hunt these big freighters with their defensive turrets and their fighter escorts, and blow them up, and then there's a chance that you get what's in the cargo hold, right? So it's like a loot table. So you can fill these transports, is what I'm planning to do, with like cool gear, like enhanced weapons, you know, plus variant blasters, you know, weapons, missiles, shields, countermeasures, scanners, stuff like that. And also just money, like, you know, valuable trade goods, stuff like that. And then you're going to encourage players, okay, yeah, let's go, let's group up, and let's go blow up some of those transports and hunt for loot, you know what I mean? Stuff like that I really like the idea of doing. Probably very, very soon we're going to be putting that in. Probably, like, I could try to do it today, but I'm probably going to focus on getting the other fields balanced instead, because that needs to be done first. Anyway, talking too much. Let's get the autocannon back out there. So I want to change up my guns, I think. I'm going to sell the flashpoints, because we're back to being energy efficient. I'm gonna try some magma hammers, which fire twice a second, so still not as slow as the old Winchesters, but we're giving some different stuff a shot here.
Navy Epsilon 10-13, this is Planet Denver. Docking rings cleared. Good flight.
Not the most energy efficient things, but that's fine, because now we have the autocannon. Oh, that's too quiet, I gotta turn that sound up. That is way too quiet. That sound is wimpy. We're gonna go give this a go. I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try the medium AC, the AC5 as well. I can't believe my wingman left me. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'll wait for you in the field. I like the sounds in these things and the effects. Milo does such a good job on visual effects. It looks so cool. Real plasma blaster looking things. Yeah, I agree, Person. Like, that's... Making this mod is purely just because I fucking love Freelancer and I want to emphasize all the things I love about it and, you know, modernize and improve all the things that aren't that good about it. And make it just like, you know, a completely great and competitive of anything else on the you know, out there market for your time experience.
Navy Epsilon 10-13. I'm scanning your cargo for contraband.
Like, this game is still the best thing out there for space games for me.
Okay, you're clean.
And just unique in a way that I don't find in a lot of other games. And so when I mod this game, it's not like I'm modding it like, oh, you know, I have nostalgia for this old game, so I want to mod it. It's like, no, like, I honestly think, like, this game is good enough that it's something that people, you know, still today, it is, like, one of the, probably the best game of the genre I've ever played. And it's still just a fucking awesome game, even in comparison to what else I'd be playing these days. Like, it hasn't aged badly for me in that sense. It's very timeless for me as a foundation. And I always try to keep in mind that I probably have, like, an element of nostalgia helping that opinion along. But I do think, as objectively as I can, I do think it's a pretty fucking timeless game. It's just fun. Alright, so now we need to get their hull down and hit him with the autocannon. Let's see how this goes. Doesn't sound very fun. But the damage should hopefully be good if we can land hits. You can see, it's not a very flashy weapon, and I think the lack of sound really hurts it too. I didn't hit a lot of shots there. Like, we are doing damage, but it's quite hard, especially when you're missing a lot of your shots. When one finally hits, it's not like satisfying. But then right there, really good DPS when you actually get the shot on. Like, it's doing way more DPS than the heavy AC, it just feels worse. Because it's individual small shots. Ow! Jeff just lasered me. Definitely needs a sound effect improvement. Sakura says, even though Chris Roberts keeps breaking promises about Freelancer but with the gaps filled in, I'll always be a sucker for it. What, Star Citizen or Freelancer? I think Freelancer is 10 billion times better than Star Citizen and always will be, just because of the difference in what they're doing. Freelancer is a game made to be a game. It doesn't lose itself in endless, like, realism pandering or feature creep. Star Citizen is, you know, then the opposite. It's just like, to me, very much, I have a very dim view of Star Citizen. It is just endless feature creep, and yet it doesn't feel like anyone on the team, like, prioritized making the gameplay actually fun over it being, you know, realistic or whatever. Yeah, a game like this will always be 10 billion times better for me. It's just a fun game. And it's immersive. You don't have to be realistic to be immersive. You know, I can fly over to that planet and fly around it in about, you know, 40 seconds. Is that realistic? Fuck no. Does it break my immersion? Not really. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But, you know, it just kind of it all just fits. You know, it all makes sense. When you play this game, everything just feels right. Even though, you know, the shit going on is not scientifically accurate at all, it doesn't matter because it feels right. It's like a good space opera, you know, like Star Wars. Sakai says from the sounds of it, Freelancer went the same way until Microsoft pushed him out. That's right, yeah. Chris Roberts wanted to... Oh, did the server crash? Chris Roberts did want to do the same thing with Freelancer, yes, but Microsoft, the publisher at the time, forced him to be like, no, you're putting the game out. I think the server might have crashed. It might have had a crash. I wonder what it was. It's okay, while the server's down, I can quickly buff the autocannon's volume and lower the large laser's volume. Yeah, got a crash. I wonder what that was. Okay, one sec. Hang on, Jeff. Let me briefly change those sounds. So we're just gonna go to L laser here. We're gonna add like 2 more off the sound. Let's see if that's too quiet. I'm gonna go to the AC2. And this is like turned down way too much, so we're gonna turn that up to like 3. Oh, you can't see. Sorry, I'm doing it in my notepad window. Sorry. I don't think I needed to change anything else bigly. Except maybe buff up the velocity of the AC2 even more, so it's even easier to hit fast targets with it as an autocannon. Let's go up even further. Let's go to my spreadsheet and let's look at what the velocity for it is. Right now it's 265. Let's go crazy. Let's make that even higher. Let's make that like... Let's make it a really fast bullet. It's like fucking... Again, speaking of scientifically inaccurate, this is like a fucking railgun at this point. It's going 3,000 meters a second, but whatever. 345. Let's fucking do it. 345. .345 muzzle velocity on the AC2. That means I need to adjust the lifetime though, so that the range isn't insane. So the lifetime... I guess you could leave it at 1600 range and let it be like the sniper autocannon it's meant to be. It's gonna be good for something. Fuck it, we'll leave it. We'll leave it as a really long range. I might increase the range on the L laser a tad too. Just make it like... No, I think it's good. I think it's good as it is. It felt really balanced, honestly. Let's leave it as it is. So now I just want to hop into the game in single player and see if the sounds sound right with the laser a bit quicker. Hang on, I gotta control it, delete it. That almost sounds too quiet now. Probably like bring it back by 1. But maybe I'm just... the music's just going. Like, turn the music off. Wait for it to shoot. I think this one's good. It might be, yeah. We'll probably try this. It might be like a tiny bit too quiet for my tastes. But I might also just have my ears off. That's just pretty loud, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, compared to the Winchesters, it's still pretty loud. So it's probably good. I'm gonna go wait again until it cools down. No, that's still pretty loud. You kind of like trying to hit the middle ground where you don't want it to like blow your ears out, but you do want it to be like that scary kind of T-Rex roar, that wah. That'll do for now. Let's try out the AC2 as well. This little light autocannon hasn't got love for me for like fucking 3 years, so it's about time.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Planet Denver. Planetary docking cleared. Good luck out there.
That sounds better, I think. Nice and fast, too. Look at those shots. Nice and quick. Maybe we'll catch some runners with this now. Alright, cool. Back to this. So let me push this onto the server and let's play the server again. Alright, that's pushed. Jeff, you can fetch. Hey, this is out of the blue, says Slim Shadow's Hope, but I downloaded Resigma, and a lot of the kick-ass music in your streams isn't in my game. Did you have any other mods besides the base Resigma mod? No, actually. That music should all be in Resigma. Are you sure? When you press home in a mission, you can get the music, and in JavaScript, you get a music selector. If you go through the tracks there, are you sure? It should just be based Resigma. It is kick-ass music, but it should just be bass. Okay, server's restarting now, Jeff. There's a few missing. Weird. I don't think I changed anything. You're missing enemy strike, right? That's the one you want. Sorry, me from Dawn of War and Star Trek for Final Liberation. Interesting. Weird. They should all be there, that's odd. No, sorry, I don't know how to help you there. Hey, have you been playing with Brutal AI? How's it been going, by the way? I missed Resigma, we're gonna do some more sometime. What an awesome game.
Freelancer Output 1
This is Navy Kappa 11 to Freelancer Matsu 8-7.
better.
I'm commencing a scan on your cargo bay for contraband. You're all clear. Nothing unusual.
I'm gonna head to Cheyenne while I wait for Jeff to hop back on. Piston says, I don't know if the sound balance can be changed in .ini, but the AC2 could maybe do with either a bit more bass or even just a sharper crack to sound like a Bushmaster or something. I agree. I think the volume is fine now. Just like the bass sound effect needs to be improved. It's a pretty it's not a super complex sound. I threw it in years ago and it's not very, it's pretty simple. So I think you're right. I could probably do to improve it. I would agree that a crack to it would really sell that sniper aspect. Yeah, that'd be cool. I agree with you on that. I think the AC-10s and the AC-20s sound fine as these giant, no crack, blundering blunderbusses. Boom, that's fine. Sakara says the laser sounds throwing me because the MechWarrior 3 sound sticks in my head more than MechWarrior 4. Oh, sorry. What'd be cool with the autocannons is if we had burst fire functionality. We don't have burst fire yet, though supposedly it's coming as a plugin at some point in the future. But I'd really like to do burst fire weapons so we could have, rather than the AC2 just being bang bang bang, it's the actual Battletech autocannons where it's brr, brr, it does those. It does that burst of 4 shots at once. I just YouTube search for actual Bushmaster video and some of them I'm yeah, that. Yeah, link me the one you think's best. Let me listen to it. Because I know what you mean, but yeah, link me one. Beagle, why would there be supersonic cracks and any of these noises in space? Shut up, shut up. Because it's fun, that's why. I'll just pause here while I eat and wait for enemies to show up. Milo will be on soon. I'm looking forward to co-oping with Milo. I'm gonna hop into voice when Milo gets here. Jeff, I might even, for the first, half an hour or so, I might even, oh, contact. Try to just do pure two-player co-op with Milo just so I can give him the same experience you and I had yesterday. See what he thinks of the balance. And then I'll probably ask you to come back and join me again. And we'll, do some 3Bs. If you're down and have the time, that is. I know, like, times are later for you. Hey, this rookie's fucking me up. Like, that's good damage, you see? Like, the sound still needs a bit more oomph to it, I agree, but yeah, that's good fucking damage. Jeff? Are you in a field? Oh no, I think Jeff just spawned in the field surrounded by Xenos. I'm gonna use my missiles. There you go, I gotta go to the field to help Jeff, hang on. Kill the Xenos. Jeff, I'm coming! Whoa. Where's Jeff? Jeff's in the field! Oh no! For some reason the crash put me back on Denver, but Jeff's still in the field. Jeff, if you can dodge for like a minute, I'll be there. I'm coming. Oh no! Oh no! I'm on my way. I think the laser is really good for... No, I think it was Xenos. Oh, you got away? Good. I think the laser is really good for covering your wingmates too, because like it's upfront burst that really is hard to... like, that ignores evasion. So that wherever you are in the field, you can immediately turn, see the enemy tailing your wingman, and be like, laser, fuck you. And then come get in on them the rest of your loadout. Alright, I'm here. I bet you probably need repair, don't you? I really want to put those L lasers on that frigate now, though. God, that'd be so fucking cool watching that Liberty frigate come along with like 4 L lasers and just go wah, and just like blow a light fire out of the fucking sky. Wah! I want to see it. Where is Jeff over here? Not on my scanner yet. Must have gone high or low to evade, I'd imagine. 10k should be the range for scanners. Are you high or low, Jeff? I don't see ya. I think you're high. I'm coming high. I'm bringing in some enemies too. There is a third dimension to Freelancer, though it's often not used to this extent. But you can totally, you know, if you wanted to, you could totally make fucking systems that are like use elevation a lot. The map doesn't really work with it though. Oh, Jeff, you're really high. You're not even in the roids anymore? Maybe you're low. I bet she says I'm totally high. I'm glad to hear it. Good for you, honestly. I think you might be low, Jeff, unless you're this far above the asteroid field. I'm gonna dive back down for you. Leave me alone. Okay, Jeff, easy way to do this. Fly to the waypoint.
Go to.
We gotta find our Jeffy. There's Jeff. Yeah, you were low. Oh, fuck, you're in a fight, I think. Oh, shit. With Navy, too. Okay, I'm coming, Jeff. I'm gonna give you the fallback point on Pueblo again, too. Who's on Jeff? That one. I think. Oh, Jeff has like 4 on him, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try. Stay loose, Jeff, you got a lot on you. You can see I still get consistently pingy when there's this many enemies in a fight. It's whenever the Navy wing shows up and there's 12, it's like, uh-oh, time to lag. I don't think this one's even on Jeff, actually. Turn about. You are. That's right, enemy quantum jamming. Back in the day, it was called ionic interference whenever there was lag. Nailed him. It's good for, like, when you're trying to whittle down an enemy who's just hanging on to life on a shred, to have these fast-firing, low-damage guns, because you can just, like, machine gun someone down with a rapid fire. Really handy. The increased speed on the AC2 makes it a good pursuit weapon as well. Get your bounty, Jeff. What's up? Need some repairs? I think my cargo bay is full. Why is my cargo bay so full? Just because I haven't sold my bounties in a while and they take up space. I love having in-lore justification for lag. Yeah, whenever the server used to go down on Discovery, there would be like warnings of like ion storm incoming. People would be like, "Oh no!" I'm gonna get rid of my oxygen. Who needs that shit? You good to go, Jeff? Or are you healing? Oh, sorry. I'm in your way. I'm in your way, sir. Don't forget to take your shield down. The way I find it easiest to do, Jeff, is I take the shield down first, then hit the mine. And then just watch the countdown of the nanite burster down the bottom. You can fly into mine when you want it to. Watch the countdown of the nanite burster down the bottom. And when it's, you know, close, like some 3 or 4 seconds, just drop another piece of gear. And, you know, it'll be down in time for the mine to work. Yeah, because when it's on yourself, it doesn't go off for 10 seconds. So you drop it, yeah, that's right, and then you... About 5 seconds around there, you can jettison something, you'll be fine. And if you just keep doing that, like that, perfectly, yeah. Then you're all good. It's a little bit clunky, but once you get into the Rivermet, it's pretty easy to do. I do wish we could just have, like, a command to just turn your shield off, or like a hotkey, but it's not a thing Vanilla Freelancer has. Nash says, damn, Biggs, if only I had a Lamex to MWO, pretty sick. Yeah, right? This is Battletech Aerospace, baby. That's what we're up to. Let's fly back up to the level plane in the field. Sally. closer.
I've got a visual on a hostile target. Flying in
There we go.
on a bandit.
I think I could definitely do with reducing their waggle. They waggle as a routine too much, and it's fine in single player, but it looks ridiculous of Inter on multiplayer. Bad missile launch, unfortunately. Half the hold down's pretty good. And we're not done yet. There we go. That's pretty good. This AC is definitely good now. Like, getting that much of the enemy's hold down while they're evading, I think is pretty good. In a single shield pass, in a single shield destruction. Very good pursuit weapon. Not a ton of burst, but very good for pursuing the enemy. I want to try the medium next.
Got a little situation on my hands here.
Nice missile. I think one or two more fires to the light, and I'm going to try the medium. To me, that bit gets old though, lol. I will keep it in mind, Nitro. Nitro, you here before I put a laser in. You'll like that if you're in the MWO now. Jeff, you still have the laser, don't you? Tally? Jeff still has the large laser. Do it, Jeff. Large laser something. Destroyed. Sorry, you spoke so fast I didn't catch what you said on English native. Oh, sorry, I'm like spluttering my words today. I said I put a large laser into this game this morning. There it goes. So I know you've been playing MWO lately, Nitro. I know you're my #1 Battletech fangirl, so I know you'll appreciate that. Yeah, this AC is pretty good now. I want to go check out the medium, I think. I'm gonna head back to Denver, Jeff, and I'm gonna put the medium AC on. I like the light. I actually quite like the light now. I'm gonna try the medium, and then I think I might even try an eagle. And try the AC-20. Like a bunch of Winchesters in the AC-20 will be fucking nasty on the joust. If I get time before Milo shows up. I'll have to make a new character for that. I don't know. There's a way to have multiple ships, but I don't think we've got it properly enabled yet. But it is the idea and like the finished experience here, for you to be able to like store different ships in a hangar and take different ones out, along with storing different gear in a vault, so that you can put it somewhere safe but not have it equipped. Two things we need to implement but are not in part of vanilla, but are possible. Actually, I think the storage thing is in. I'll ask Milo how to do it when Milo gets here. I think the storage thing is in. It's like a command, but I don't know how to do it. I'm too lazy to go look it up, so I'll just ask Milo when Milo gets here. Oh shit, motherfucker, look out! Jesus.
Look alive. We don't want to get caught off guard.
There's that cool frigate.
Dock.
Roger that. Your request to land is granted. Proceed to land.
Oh god. Oh! I went in backwards. Okay, let's go back to my venerable Winnies, I think. I love my Winnies. And go for the medium AC.
Loaded into cargo hold. Loaded into cargo.
This thing isn't gonna shoot as quick, but does more damage. This thing is 1,562 damage per shot compared to the light's 843, so, you know, almost double. Just like the heavy AC is then, like, more than the medium. That is more than double. Oh, the projectile speed... I didn't buff the projectile speed on the medium AC, though. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Don't use that right now, then. That's too bad. Oh, that's class 10. Whoops, I gotta change that so that you can't... That's not meant to go on that slot. Posted some sound sample videos of the Freelancer channel and added you. Thank you very much, Pistol. That's nice of you. I need to go fix that. This is meant to not be going at 1500. This is meant to be going much faster. Pull up my notepad and my spreadsheet. I just didn't put the number in. That's meant to be going at 2415 for velocity. And I think I'll increase it even more, seeing how valuable that was on the AC2. Put it to, like... Make these, like, some fast fucking railguns, basically. A little more. Like 1.3. Yeah, we'll put it to, like... is that too much? It's still a pretty chunky hit. Leave it on that. 2625. So now we just have to go put that into practice. So we go to weapon equip. Scroll down to the AC5. And we want to make that velocity, what was it, 2625, did I just say? 2625, that's right. Lifetime 34, damage 1562, that's all correct. Okay, there, that isn't updated until we reset the server, but, you know, that's fine. Next time we reset the server, it should be good. Okay, so in that case, I'm not going to try out the medium AC loadout right here. Instead, I'll put my heavy back on. But then, hang on, Jeff, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a new character to fly an eagle with. Yes, I'm proud of my name. Let's buy that.
Ship purchase complete.
I should do a Hawk as well. Hawk will rush and test out the light fighters. Haven't flown one of them for, you know, in a real multiplayer environment before. Okay, so this is the big heavy mech. This is the big heavy. We want big damage. We're gonna bring the... We are gonna use the L laser, but first I actually want to try the Shredder, the AC-20 out. It's been ages. This thing does 8,000 damage. This will one-shot a light fighter, or at least the Hawks. They have 7,500 hull. This will one-shot them if it connects. I think a Falcon has 15,000 hull. So 2 of these... Honestly, should probably come down a bit, because this will two-shot up a heavy fighter as well. Is that too much? I don't know. Haven't used these things much. Let's see if they're OP. They shoot really slowly. They shoot once every 3 seconds. They have the slowest projectile speed, so good luck hitting anything that isn't coming straight at you. Or, like, giving you a perfect shot. Like all autocannons, they do pretty much nothing to shields. And their range is the lowest. Their range is like 739. They also have, like, a lot of heat build up. But it's a fucking AC-20. What do you expect? Let's get our 0-point devices, which I've added to all ships, all of the civilian line now. So Hawks, Eagles, and Falcons all have the 0-point slots now. They're not meant to take the repair guns. Don't put those on yet. I need to change the glasses. I didn't realize I used the same one. Put on our repair mine, which I love to use. Love to have these things. And then for guns, what guns do I want? Probably like a whole bunch of spammy shits, because you're not really a dodger, you're a face tanker. So probably like 3 Justices. And then like Lava Blades or Magma Hammers. Probably Lava Blades. Maybe Magma Hammers, actually. I think with my loadout. 3 Justices, 2 Magma Hammers. We have 2 missile launchers. This thing is a powerhouse of equipment. But it's very sluggish.
Loaded into cargo hold. Loaded into cargo hold.
Make sure we have the right shield, we do. Okay, Freelancer 1-1, let's go.
Navy Suzuki 19-13. This is Planet Denver. Docking ring cleared. Good luck out there.
This is Navy Epsilon 19 to Blue
Okay, so that my shit.
18-17. I'm commencing a scan on your cargo bay for contraband.
Hello,
You're all
Jeff.
clear. Nothing unusual.
Shredder AC. Alright. I'm a big tank, Jeff. Let's go.
Dock.
Let's do the laser. So Jeff's got the laser still with Justices. I have 2 missile launchers, 2 SRMs, 1 AC-20, giant nose autocannon, and 5, which is 1 more than normal, 5 blasters. This game brings back memories. Thanks, Speaks and Gems. Subscribe to Twitch. Welcome! I fucking love this game. So welcome. You know what's nice to have a game to play with Jeff too? Like, I feel like it's been years of being like, yeah, let's play this, let's play that, like wishing we could have like a game that actually stuck to playing that I could play with Jeff. It's so nice to be able to like play with like Wingman of Jeff so much. I really enjoy it. I hope you're having fun, Jeff. Whoop, shit. It's a comfy vibe. Okay, so this Shredder autocannon, we've got it set to the 1000 meter zeroing tool to try and offset, you know, the aim lead we're going to need. But it's going to be a very slow-firing gun, so don't expect to hit evasive targets with that AC-20. We're going to bring them down with our main blasters, and then we should be able to kill anything once the shields are down using those dual missiles. Honestly, the laser would be way better. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck. It's gone. Where'd the fighter go? Evaporated. Oh, I need to be able to teach the AI how to not to joust very heavy fighters, man. Fuck. One day. But anyway, yeah, probably the best loadout on this would be the L laser after I'm done having fun with the Shredder. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take the shield down of a combo of the blasters and the L laser, and then you're going to hit him with the missiles. It's going to be a great combo. Really? You'd want, like, if you could, like, if you had weight balance loadouts, you'd, like, take off more of the normal blasters and just have, like, 2 L lasers and then the missiles. Whoop. Dragon Ball me. Ah! Oh yeah, double missiles are so powerful. It's like the same damage as the AC-20, 2 of those missiles. They do like 3,000 each to hull, 3,500. Come on. Destroyed. So I'm a massive bully in terms of firepower and shielding now in hull. The big problem is I get overwhelmed. It's going to be a lot easier when I'm in a team play environment. Like when I have the Navy around to help. But when it's just us versus Xenos, and there's a lot of them, and I get a lot on me, I'm not going to be able to dodge their shots very well. So I'm probably going to have to tactically... You know, it's hard for Jeff to... It's easier said than done to cover someone, but I'm going to have to rely on Jeff covering me more if I get a lot on me, because I'm not going to be able to dodge them very well. And I'm going to have to rely on my own ability to just kill them quickly and face tank them. So I just eating my breakfast. I'd say these autocannon noises could do a bit of a volume boost as well. The shredder's a bit quiet. Cigar says thatch weave always works. Back weave? That's what Wildcats did to fight Zeros. Turn into your buddy, kills him head on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Beyond just how it works in solo, there's a lot of interesting team play to fighting. And it translates to a game like this. Missiles away. Oh, you got flare. You better flare. Whoa, you just agility evaded those missiles. I gotta get good, I gotta hit my damn 20 shots. It's just like the real AC-20, it's so good except you miss all the time with it. Missiles away. Missiles don't have that problem. Oh, nailed ya. It's fun to play at more of a distance and watch the missiles kind of like weave in over like 6 seconds. Really enjoyable. Oh shit. Tally, right. Enemy eagle. I'm gonna go on the eagle. Oh, wrong gun. Alright, here's where it gets interesting. Ow! Fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Fuck. Straight line jousts. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, fuck! Man, I gotta bail. I'm fucked. I'm fucked, Jeff. I'm fucked. Out of countermeasures. And that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. When I had those, like, 3 Xenos on me at once, and, you know, I can't get them off my tail quick enough, I don't have the agility to dodge them. Exactly what I mean. How's Jeff doing back in there? Am I gonna go back in? I probably shouldn't. Jeff's doing okay. I tried to chase the eagle down, but the rule with very heavy fighters is you actually can't really pick your targets that much because you're slower. You actually need to just fight what's fighting you. What I should have done there is immediately turned around, and I'm gonna fly to Pueblo and fucking heal Jeff, I'm fucked. I should have immediately turned around and just engaged the ones on my tail and defended myself. You have to kind of like be a bulldog backed in a corner more, I think, with the VHF. You have to just be like, fight the people on you. Because if you try to just like chase people down, you're just gonna have people on your tail fucking you while you're waiting to get onto the enemy. And unlike the heavy fighter, you can't really weave through the danger of people on your tail as easily. Jeff says, I tried to bend on the VHF shield, but didn't expect the double spawn wave. Yeah, in hindsight, especially if you've got the L laser, Jeff, if we get up that many numbers, you've probably just got to pull back, slot in behind me, like 1,000 meters behind me or 1,500 meters behind me, and wait for them to get on my tail, and then just start picking them off as quick as you can. Because I've got a really good shield, but I can't really dodge. So if you get enough of them off my tail, like even just convince them to pull off by doing enough damage to them or hit them with missiles and shit, then my shield regenerate can protect me more.
We're full at the moment. You will be cleared to proceed.
It's a critical mass thing with the Eagle, with the VHFs. It's when you just get hit by too many of them at once. Cruise disruptors feel like in a pretty decent place. If you like empty your entire fucking reservoir of countermeasures and you have like a full reservoir, you can kind of get away.
You are now clear at the dock.
But if you don't have any countermeasures left, God fucking help you. You're not going anywhere.
You've entered our scanner range. Please identify yourself.
Probably gonna put in projectile weapons that can cruise disrupt too, so that countermeasures aren't the only way to make sure you can't get cruise disrupted. Like probably make like a PPC gun, and the PPC can make it so the PPC can stop you from being in cruise, just like the cruise disruptor missiles can, as an added bonus. So even if you got countermeasures, you can just get PPC, bam,
Repair complete.
and you're not going anywhere. Get tackled.
Loaded into
I didn't hit many shredder
cargo
shots
hold.
there. I was trying so hard.
Loaded into
Does the old vanilla trick of selecting a weapons group with the CM selected still auto deploy the CMs? It does, but then every time you shoot a CM, which is annoying. Otherwise, it'd be perfect. But unfortunately, every time you shoot your guns, you're gonna shoot countermeasures, which is annoying. It's kind of annoying how that works. Like, you wonder why that functionality is like that. Why is the auto functionality there? But then, like, why would the countermeasures shoot out when you... It's silly. Let's do another run of the Shredder. I don't know, I really want to do the L laser now. With those missiles. The Shredder is really tempting. But honestly, the missiles kind of do that job. I reckon I want to be dominant. Oh fuck, hang on. I can't buy it here anyway. Alright, we'll go back into the field and we'll do it again with the Shredder, but then... I want to fly to Denver and get the L laser.